Good morning to all. Welcome back to Political Science class, session number one of the day and one of this week. Yesterday, I already uploaded the portion for the first terminal examination. Okay, yes or no? In the class group. I hope you observed that, you checked that, right? So, as per the CBSE syllabus, we already completed the term one syllabus, right? Okay, the 6 chapters are done. Already sent the notes for you people. Again, if you want any more assistance, okay, you can ask me some more MCQ questions. I can send to you. Okay, MCQs, multiple choice questions. Clear or not? So in the examination pattern, we know that only I uploaded the weightage also. Clear or not? Weightage from one chapter, example, legislature. Okay, 8 more questions. Or from what you can say, local self governments, 3 more questions, which means from that chapter, their questions will ask for the examination. Okay, clear or not? So questions for 3 mark or questions for 7 mark, like that. So weightage was important. At the same time, almost all the different types of questions will be there in the question paper. Okay, like assertion and reason type question. Okay, passage based questions, map based questions, picture based questions. Okay, you can expect almost all the different types of questions. Even match the following will be there. Okay, state the correct statement or a false statement, like their questions will be there. Direct questions will be there. Okay, so almost all the different methods we use to ask the questions there. Okay, but all MCQ only, clear or not? Options will be there. You can choose the answer from the options. That doesn't mean that simply you are choosing something and writing the answer there. Okay, read the question thoroughly, then only you have to answer the question. Before that, what is that? You want to learn the chapters properly. Okay, you cannot win a lottery without taking a lottery ticket. Clear? Clear? Okay, so first of all, want to read, learn the things there, then you can go for examination. Okay, clear? Now, today, anyway, we are going with the syllabus only. 1 or 2 chapters we will finish before the examination anyway. Then we will go for a revision for the time one examination. So, want to give adequate importance for the examination. Okay, clear or not, everyone. It is, don't think that it is class 11. We will just write the examination and finish all these things. Then it's not board examination. I don't think like that. Internal marks will be there, right? Okay, so it is very important to complete the uh, chapters in that way. I mean, learn the chapters in that way. Okay, so coming to the topic, the last 3 4 classes we discussed about different aspects of Indian legislature. Indian legislature. Tell me, Salam Jose, how many houses are there for Indian legislature?
Sir, can you repeat?
Okay, houses of Indian legislature. What are they?
Sir, Lok Sabha,
Indian Parliament.
Rajya
Yeah, fine.
Sabha.
Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So, what is this bicameral legislation? Abhiram, bicameral legislature. Bicameral legislature.
So question?
Bicameral legislature. Bicameral legislature. What is that? Bicameral. We already studied about the bicameral and unicameral legislatures, right? Then what are the differences between all these two things? Amal Roshan, what is this bicameral legislature? Unmute your mic and speak.
2 houses.
Yeah. If there is 2 houses for the parliament, such kind of legislature is termed as the bicameral legislature. If only one house is termed as unicameral legislature. So India is following a bicameral legislative system because we have 2 houses in the central parliament, that is Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Okay, and we discussed about the features and specialities, powers of Rajya Sabha, and the features, specialities, and powers of a Lok Sabha in the last sessions, right? And today we are going for a recapitulation, and we will discuss things related with the Lok Sabha today and the powers of Lok Sabha. So the first thing that what we learned in classes here, it is why do we need a parliament? Okay. So what is the importance of parliament? All the notes are there with you. One more time, you just observe it clearly. Amal Roshan, please read that. Amal Roshan, can you see the screen properly? Hello.
Sir, which one?
The first one, first one. You can see here.
Law,
1, 2, 3, 4,
lawmaking.
5, 6, and 7. All right.
Lawmaking is the main function of legislator in the modern democracy. It is the main source of law.
Okay, so interpretation. What is the meaning of that? What do you understood by that particular sentence or a particular point? Tell me. So you don't want to by heart anything there. Best of all, have to understand what are the meaning of all these sentences or all these points there. Lawmaking is the main function of the legislature. In modern democracies, it is the main source of law, which means, Amal Roshan, please interpret that. Amal,
Yes, sir.
please give me the interpretation, meaning of that sentence.
It means that the function of a legislature is to make the law.
Hmm.
Then it is in a modern democracy.
Modern democracy, it is legislature is the only organ that makes laws. Okay,
Yes.
the only source, correct. Okay, next one, Kevin Koshi, next statement.
So third one, right?
Second one.
So in representative form of democracies, the legislature helps the people in holding the representatives accountable.
Okay, meaning?
So in the representative form, the democracies like in the form like how we're having now with MLAs and other kind of representatives, the legislature helps people in holding the representatives accountable, as in making them do the work, or they will be responsible for whatever they do.
Okay, so that's it. Okay, accountable, responsible to the people. Okay, so there are numerous elected representatives are there in our country, and they are accountable to the people in their own constituencies, right? Constituencies. We know that the country is divided into several small units. Okay, clear or not? Geographical units are related with the population. Okay, clear? And it is for election purpose also. Clear? That's it. Next one, third point, Saranjos.
In parliamentary form of government, the legislature controls the cabinet.
Okay. The parliamentary form of government is the legislature that controls the cabinet, means the executive here, right? The cabinet ministers. Okay. So legislature is powerful to control the cabinet. I mean the executive. The parliament is the open forum of debate. Clear? So open form of debate in the sense almost all the discussions related with the various issues. Okay. Clear? That always will be there in the parliament there. Fifth point, it is the most representative of all organs of government. Okay, so legislature is a representative one. Other organs are the executive and judiciary. It is not that representative, clear or not. So we don't have any voice to elect or select the people or the, what you can say, office bearers in the executive and the judiciary. But the legislature is not like that. It is the direct will of the people, basically speaking. So next one, sixth point, the parliament is vested with the power of choose and dismiss the government. Clear? So the legislature has the power to dismiss and the same time choose the government. Clear? Which means the majority party. Clear? Not everyone, but the majority party. The majority is there, that party can make the government. If it is not so, it is or it will fall. Above all, it is the center of all democratic and political process. So legislature is considering as the center of all democratic actions. Clear? Okay. Now next one, The specialities of Indian legislature, what are they? What are they? You can see here. It is bicameral legislature. We know that what it is bicameral legislature. There are two houses are there for the parliament. Okay, right, Sananjus? Is that correct? Okay. So a legislature having two houses is called a bicameral legislature. Example, India and the USA. Next one of this opposite of that is called the unicameral legislature. Unicameral legislature. Abhiram, what is this unicameral legislature?
One house. They have one
Okay, the list is having only one house is called a unicameral legislature, for example, UK. So don't make an error in that. India and the USA are the countries that basically following what system? Bicameral legislature, and the UK is an example for following unicameral legislature. So two houses are there for the parliament is termed as bicameral. Only single house is there, which is a unicameral. Unicameral. Okay, you can see here Lok Sabha, the House of the People in India, Rajya Sabha, the Council of States. Okay, clear or not? So Rajya Sabha is the upper house and the Lok Sabha is the lower house. We know that. So which house is a representative house? Basically, House of the Commons, right? Legislature. I mean, Indian Lok Sabha. Next question, we already discussed that. Why do we need two houses of the parliament? So tell me, what is the reason behind that? Abhilash, why do we need two houses of the parliament?
Sir, if the population or the size of the country is very large, then for
Okay.
better organization of priorities, it is useful.
Hmm.
And
So power
also,
share.
yes,
Okay,
sir,
come
and
on,
also due to the same reason, people need more representatives in that case. So two houses are necessary.
Okay, that's good idea. Okay, so basically we know that countries with a large area, I mean geographical area, and with a huge population, basically they will prefer these two houses. Okay, because power should be shared among almost all the different sections of the people. Everyone want to enjoy the power. It's basically termed as decentralization of the power, right? Power sharing or a decentralization of the power. All the different social groups want to enjoy power. Clear? So two houses are important for us. That's what the Rajya Sabha and the Lok Sabha. Not only that, if any decisions that taken by the Rajya Sabha, sorry, Lok Sabha, okay, if it is not good for the people, a second thinking will be there in the Rajya Sabha, right or not? Okay, the two times basically they will discuss on a topic there. Okay, the finally only they will take a accurate or correct decision that is good for the people. Here you can see, we already noted these points there. Countries with a large size and much diversity usually prefer bicameral legislature. Here, much diversity in the sense different groups of people, different religions, different languages, different races. Clear? Such kind of country basically prefer bicameral legislature in order to give a representation to all regions and sections of people. Okay, we already know that it is very important. Power sharing is very important. So tell me, Amal Roshan, why power sharing is important? Why power sharing is important for us?
The power with different
Hmm.
of government.
Okay, then. So power sharing in the sense not just sharing the power among the different organs or different levels of the government. Even the different social groups also want to enjoy the power, right?
Yes.
Or else what will happen there? It will create a problem in the society, conflict in the society between different groups of people. Clear? So just to keep that idea in your mind. Okay. So next, moving forward. A bicameral legislature makes it possible to have every decision reconsidered. Okay, clear? And thus prevent hasty decisions. Okay, they will discuss the same thing in the Lok Sabha and the same thing again in the Rajya Sabha. So two times they will think, they will discuss on one particular decision or one particular matter there. Okay, so it will avoid a bad or a troublesome decisions, hasty decisions. Okay, in a federation, the second chamber as the Council of States gives representation to different states there. So this Rajya Sabha is the second, what do you can say, house that's basically giving importance for almost all the states in the country. The senior and experienced persons can be accommodated through nomination and indirect elections there, as we discussed earlier. The people from or representatives from different arenas of life will be there in the Rajya Sabha there, from sports, from arts. Okay, clear or not? From what we can say, medical field, and that various people will be there in the Rajya Sabha. They are nominated by the President of India there. So they are vice people. Okay, so one more name is there for Rajya Sabha, the House of the Vice People, right? Okay. Next one, eminent persons from different areas can be included through nomination. That's one of the things that was discussed earlier. Okay, now start writing here. Important points for you people here. Functions of legislature. Functions of a legislature. So first of all, we know that the function of the legislature is not just making the laws. Number of other things also basically related with a legislature, right? Okay. Even they are able to control the cabinet of the executive. You can see legislative functions is the first one. Legislative functions. Second one, control of executive and ensuring its accountability. So we know that the ministers are responsible to the parliament. Okay, clear or not? Okay, responsible to the parliament or other representatives. Okay, so this legislature is able to control the executive, I mean the cabinet ministers, and ensuring its accountability, because they are responsible for committing or creating different situations in the country there. So they are accountable. Okay, clear or not? Next one, third function for the legislature is financial functions. They're related with the money matters of the country. Third one, representation. Okay, clear? Sorry. Fourth one, representation of different affairs, basically speaking. So, fifth one, debating function. Okay, before taking a decision, debating will be there in the parliament. Okay. Sixth one, constitutional amendment. If you want to make changes in the constitution, only parliament can do that, or the elected representatives of the country can do that. Okay, changes in the constitution. Or we know that there are numerous rules and regulations are there in the constitution. Okay, related with new circumstances, sometimes we have to make some changes in the constitution. So that is termed as amendment. So just keep that idea in your mind. Making some changes in the constitution, if it is necessary, that is termed as amendment. Next one, electoral functions are there for the legislature, I mean the parliament, to elect the president, vice president, the speaker. Okay, like that, various such kind of powers are there for the legislature. Judicial functions also are there related with what we can say, creating rules and regulation, new rules and regulations there. Okay, clear on that. But directly they will not participate in that. But some way they are able to check the judiciary. Okay, check the judiciary. So please write all these points there. Legislative functions, control of executive and ensuring its accountability, financial functions, representation, debating function, constitutional amendments, electoral functions, and judicial functions are the main functions of the legislature. Okay, so please write down. Please learn the options properly. We will discuss that one by one here. Okay, moving forward here. Next one, powers of Lok Sabha. Powers of Lok Sabha. Tell me what are the powers of Lok Sabha? Already we discussed that. First of all, what is that? What is this? You can see here. Legislative functions. Legislative functions there. That's one of the power. Makes laws on matters including in the union list and concurrent lists. Can introduce and enact money and non-money bills. Clear or not? So the elected representatives in the legislature, they can do these things there. Okay. So they can discuss, they can make laws, okay, related with the things that included in the union list and the concurrent list. Clear or not? But remember, but not the state list. Okay, central legislature can do this. Okay, they can make some changes in the union list and the concurrent list. Okay, and they can introduce and enact money and non-money bills in the parliament. Okay, bills that related with the money and financial matters or non-financial matters. Okay, these are the things there basically. That's one of the power of the Lok Sabha. Second one, approves proposal for taxation, budgets, and annual financial statements. Okay, so annual financial statement is also related with the budget. Okay, clear or not? If we know that there are various departments are there in our country, right? Various departments in the sense military, civil aviation, okay, clear or not? Railways, telephone, postal department, like that various departments are there. So all these departments are functioning with their own income and the same time with the support of the central government. Clear? Okay, and the same time, some of the departments are making profit too. That profit will be used by the government. Clear? Definitely. So every year there are numerous programs and policies will be there with the different departments there. Okay. For example, for the military, if they want to purchase weapons, okay, definitely they don't have any money with the military, right or not? It's not a productive association. Clear? That basically to protect our boundaries. So it is a responsibility of the government to support. Okay. Clear? Understand? So government is the only one is able to provide these weapons or wages or salary for all these military or the soldiers of our country there. So it is very important. So every year, what we want to purchase for the military, okay, and the expenses, everything will be there, right? Clear or not? So it is coming under the discussion in the legislature. Basically, will come or not? Think and say. Unanimously, no one will take a decision there, right? I mean, sorry, only unanimously only they can take a decisions there. Simply, the government cannot take any decision with the discussion of the other parties and other party, what you can say, leaders. Then only they can take decisions there. So, in each and every department have this kind of expenses, this kind of plans and programs. So, it is a responsibility of the parliament to support it. Okay, clear or not? Or basically approving all these bills there. Okay. Next one, control the executive by asking questions, supplementary questions, resolutions, and motions, and through no confidence motion. Clear? So the legislature or the members of the legislature, I mean MPs, they are able to control the cabinet. Already we know that, or the executive. Clear? By asking the questions, okay, supplementary questions, the question that's supporting the first question, okay, or the question that related with the main question, like the various questions are there, motions are there. Clear? Okay, non-confidence motion. So if one group of one particular political party, he says that the government don't have adequate support by the MPs in the parliament, definitely it will go for a non-confidence motion. Okay, voting will be there. Clear, to check the power or the strength of that particular government. No confidence motion they can move. Clear. So elections will be there. I mean, within the parliament. Okay, to find out the supporting number of supporters for that particular government. So that is one of the power. Okay, next one, amends the constitution, making changes in the constitution as we know. Approve the proclamation of emergency. So what do you mean by emergency? Emergency. Can anyone tell me what is emergency?
Means in emergency situation, we want to change the laws of the constitution.
Okay, sometimes. Okay, so we know that we are enjoying the fundamental rights there. In some special circumstances or situations, the government can prohibit or they can ban, okay, each and every individual to enjoy these fundamental rights. Clear? It's called to be the declaration of emergency, declaration of emergency. At that time, normally we cannot enjoy our fundamental rights. Clear? There are numerous troubles will be there for enjoying these fundamental rights there. So the situation is called to be emergency. In the case of internal conflicts, civil war, riots, okay, or epidemics, the government have special power to declare emergency with the consent of the parliament. Clear? Only parliament will agree that. Simply the government cannot take the decision. Parliament is necessary. Or discussion the parliament is necessary. Next one, elects the president and vice president and removes judges of Supreme Court and High Court. That also the power of legislature or the parliament. Okay, what is that? Elect the president and the vice president for India. At the same time, they can remove the judges of Supreme Court and High Court. Okay, it's a judicial function. Okay. Finally, establishes committees and commissions and considers their reports. Okay. So, if one particular problem faced by a region in the country, a drought or a flood, so the parliament will make a committee to go there and study what happened there, clear or not, and want to give a report to the legislation or the parliament, clear. Can be that's called to be a commission to study about the past events, okay, or study about or study and give a report about or on some particular instances or incidents that already happened and their aftermath for the future. Clear? Like that, various commissions they will appoint. I mean, the parliament. Okay, and basically from the parliament, the elected representatives are the members of such kind of committees, and they will submit the report to the parliament. Okay, hope these ideas are clear for you people, right? Okay, these are some important functions and the powers of Lok Sabha. Okay, so please write down. Next one, powers of Rajya Sabha. Powers of Rajya Sabha. Okay, so Rajya Sabha, we know that it considers and approves non-money bills and suggests amendment to money bills. Okay, so money bills will discuss only in Lok Sabha, but not in Rajya Sabha. Clear or not? But if any changes needed in the money bill, definitely the Rajya Sabha will inform that. Okay, they will give suggestions, only suggestions related with the money bills, finance matters. Okay, all other bills will be there in the Rajya Sabha. They will discuss it. Okay, next one. This Rajya Sabha which approves the constitutional amendments. Okay, first of all, they will take decision in the Lok Sabha. Later, it is the Rajya Sabha which approves such kind of decisions. Next one, it exercises control over executive by asking questions, introducing motions and resolutions. So that is another power of Rajya Sabha there, okay, to ask questions to the executive, to the ministers. Okay, clear? And related with the motions, some arguments related with the, what you can say, the existence of the government, everything can be do by the Rajya Sabha also. Finally, here, fourth point, participate in the election and the removal of the president, vice president, judges and the Supreme Court, judges of the Supreme Court and High Court. It can alone initiate the procedure for removal of vice president. Okay, that's another powers of Rajya Sabha. No explanations are needed for these things there, right? You know all these things already we discussed. Finally, can give the Union Parliament power to make laws on matters included in the state list. Okay, so it is Rajya Sabha can give the powers to the Union government to take, Union Parliament power to make laws on matters included in the state list. Sometimes if any changes are necessary in the state list, only Rajya Sabha can give the permission for that. Lok Sabha don't have that power to make changes in the state list, but Rajya Sabha can give the permission to do so. Okay, so please complete this also. Make sure you're writing all the points. Listen, students. Please complete the notes at the same time. 4:30. Okay, today's evening session. Okay, there will be a class test for you people, so prepare well for that. Everyone should attend that. Okay, and it's time to end up the session. The notes are not completed, so at least please take a screenshot and keep it with you and finish the notes. Thank you, everyone. We will meet on evening session. Thank you.